Today we're going to build this, and a set of these, and one of these. Let's get to it. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tim. This is New Craft Workshop. If you've been here before, welcome back. Appreciate you coming back and spending a little bit more of your time with us. If this is your first time in, welcome. We appreciate you giving us a shot today. Hopefully at the end of this video, you'll have clicked that subscribe button, maybe even turn on those notifications and give us a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel and this woodworking community grow. We do a lot of beginners stuff here. About 80% of what we do here as far as builds are beginner oriented. We try our best to give you guys ideas, and we have a slogan here that has kind of become well known in the comment section is, I want you guys to make it your own. Everything I give you is a blueprint. Everything we build here is a blueprint. You need to make it your own. Speaking of which, right before we get to this build, I really want you guys to keep sending me your photos. I would love to do a collage video of all of your builds. A few of you guys have sent in some of your projects that you've built based off of the beginners series that we do every other Friday. Some of you guys have really stepped it up and made it your own. Awesome projects. I want to get a collage video put up where I can show everybody in this community what you guys are doing on your own with our ideas. So as far as today, super quick video. We've got 3 beginners projects that we're going to make out of scrap wood. I'm actually cleaning up my lumber cart this weekend, trying to get rid of a lot of scrap, and I thought, why completely get rid of everything when I could make some fall projects? So we've got 3 easy to build, beginner friendly, kid friendly, grandkid friendly. Get the kids and grandkids out in the shop with you. Build these projects for fall. 3 things made out of scrap wood. Let's get into project number 1. For this project, we're going to use, for each pumpkin, 3 cedar pickets of varying lengths. I have, on this one, I've got 14 and a half, 16 and a half, 14. Doesn't matter. This is rustic decor for outside. Let's just make this as simple and as easy of a project as we can. So we're going to take our 3 cedar pickets. Now, in order to make this look more rounded off and like a pumpkin, we want to go over to the miter saw and we want to cut off our edges right here to mirror what is on top of these cedar pickets. So on our 2 outside pieces, we're going to take this 45 degree and we're just going to cut one at the bottom. That's going to be our visual representation of this kind of being a little bit more rounded off, make it a little bit more pumpkin shaped. So let's head over to the miter saw, cut a simple 45 degree miter on the bottom of these 2 boards. Okay, and now that this is laid out with these rounded off edges here, looks a little bit more pumpkin-like.
It's a pumpkin!
So now all we're going to do is we're going to glue and tack this together. I'm going to work upside down so that my nails go in from the back side. And we are going to use Titebond 3 on this project. I do believe this is going to wind up outdoors. So play it safe. We're going to use some Titebond 3. If I can get it open. There we go. So we're just going to run a bead of glue down either side. We're going to, like I said, I'm going to work upside down only because I don't want my nails to show through the front. So nice bead of glue. And we're going to just simply set this down, line up our bottom. In between here, I'm trying to leave myself about 1 inch to 1.5 inch gap. This is rustic. It's not super precise. So a couple brads. And you'll notice I'm going in at an angle. The shortest brads I currently have are 1.25 inches, I believe. And this is not 1.25 inches thick. So I'm just playing it safe, making sure I don't come out the other side. Same thing here. We're going to just literally eyeball this. This is very rustic. And there's the premise of our pumpkin. Now we're going to add a stem to this because a pumpkin needs a stem, I guess. Just making sure I get all of my glue out of there. And what we're going to do for our stem is we're going to take just a 1x2. We're just going to cut a small piece of this, and this is going to stick out the top at a little bit of an angle. That's going to become our stem. So back to the miter saw. And this is going to just go in here at a slight angle. Same thing, we're going to glue this and tack it with some brad. Fall project 1 done, other than painting and decorating, which you'll see how that looks. Actually, you already saw that. The intro to this build, you saw it. So yeah, simple project, simple build. The kids can help you with this stuff. As I always say on my channel, make it your own. This can be scaled up as big as you want it. If you want to put these in your yard, make this thing 5 or 6 boards wide, 3 foot tall. Make a big ass pumpkin for your yard.
That's huge. So huge.
That's it for project 1. Let's get on to project number 2. All right, build 2 is going to be this cat and ghost. Easiest project I think we've probably ever done on this channel, but this is something you can get out with the kids and they can help you with this. So all we are going to do is come in from each corner and draw a 45. We are going to cut this particular portion out, and then this is going to form the cat's ears. On this one, we're going to use for the ghost, we are just going to round this over, and as you can see, I'm not even marking this with anything. I'm just kind of freehanding this. We're going to head over to the saw. We're going to cut these edges off, and then I'll head to the sander and round this over. Once this is done, we are going to add a small block to the back for stability so this can stand up. But this is a super easy build. The kids can help you with this stuff. Let's get after it. And as you can see, running this over the sander and just roughing up these edges is going to give this a really rustic look once these are painted and decorated. And now all that's left is I'm just going to take a couple scrap pieces about 1 inch long. We're just going to glue and tack these on the back of each of these. This is just going to give this a little more stability when it's standing up on your table, fireplace, wherever this winds up going. So I am using Titebond 3 again because I'm not sure where this is going to wind up. And if they're outdoors, we definitely want to use 3. So we're going to put this right here, tack these in place. That'll hold until the glue dries. There's your ghost. And there's your cat. Easy. Told you this is the simplest, most basic build I think I've ever done on this channel. Project 2, that's a wrap. Let's get to project 3. Okay, project 3 is going to be that pumpkin sconce that we just made. I am simply using some cedar pickets from my scrap pile. I've got a piece here that is about 5.5 inches long and another piece that's 14.5. This is going to go together like this. This is going to form our sconce. We are also going to take this extra 2 pieces that I've got of picket. We're just going to cut a couple 45s. Those are going to go underneath our shelf to give it some stability and hold all of this together. So first thing we need to do is head over to the miter saw, cut ourselves a couple 45-degree pieces here. And the only thing we need to do on this is we just need to make sure that our 45s, all right, hopefully you can see on this camera over here, when we cut our 45s out of this, we just want to make sure that they're not coming too far out here. It's not going to look good. We're going to come in probably a couple inches. Let's just make a mark right here. That is where we are then going to take and cut our 45s on this. And this piece right here, this will become our brackets, braces, whatever you want to call them, for our sconces. So let's head over to the miter saw and get these 45s cut off.
That was fast.
Okay, our 45s are cut. This is how this is going to go together. It's basically these are here to brace this piece, give it the ability to support a little weight. I think a candle is probably what's going on here. I think, isn't that kind of the purpose of a sconce? I don't know. I build stuff. I don't decorate it. So yeah, let's get this together. Same thing. This is cedar. This might be going outdoors. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue and tack this in place with some brads. We're going to use Type Bond 3. And we're going to come in from the back side. And again, as you can tell, I'm not even measuring this because the whole purpose of rustic builds are to be rustic. So we're going to just put this here, hold this in place, and we're going to come in from the back side and tack it in place. And the only place that we need to be a little precise is when we're lining these two up. We don't want our shelf crooked. So I want it rustic, not crooked. And this is getting painted, but I do want to still get all the glue off that I can. We'll run a couple beads down here. A bead along the back. Pop this in place. And I am going to put a couple brads through here into our brackets. This is going to be covered up with our candle, so putting a couple brads through here won't show, and it's going to hold everything together until the glue dries. Now the only thing this is missing is the stem, and I'm taking this scrap piece of cedar. I am going to cut this at a little bit of an angle. I basically want this mounted like this, but we are going to mount it flush on top. Let me go cut it. I'll show you what I mean. So I cut this at a 15-degree angle. We're just simply going to mount this right here. That's going to be our stem for our pumpkin. And I am going to glue this in place, and then I'll just toenail one brad in here. That'll hold it until the glue sets up. Okay, that's it for this project. Another one, easy build, scrap material. Once this thing is decorated like you saw in the little intro for this project, this looks really nice on the wall. Cedar picket cutoffs, couldn't be more simple. This cost probably about $1 to build at most. Try selling these, craft shows, Etsy, etc. It's fall. People love fall stuff in the fall.